Hello, and welcome. I am Web Weaver, and I'm so glad you have found my channel here today. This is where I do a weekly tarot reading just to give us some guidance, some ideas of what may be coming our way this week. And I did hit play, and it is still going, so here's hoping that it continues, unlike last week. Alright, so as always, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. I am using the Slavic Legends Tarot, if you are interested. And with this tarot deck, every one of the major arcana is tied to a Slavic legend. So I did make a notebook. They had the legends available online, but there was no book with the set. So I did make a little note for my notebook for myself. And if I pull any major arcana, I will read to you what the Slavic legend is that goes with it. All right, so I am in front of my window again. It has rained so much this summer. It's been crazy. I had a bumper crop of cucumbers. I've been canning some pickles. I had a bunch of peas. I was able to freeze some of those and then save some for planting next year. But I've got like root rot going on with things. I've got the vines of the pumpkins are too wet. I can't control it. It just won't stop raining. So I'm sitting in front of the window. I have the window open. If you hear light rumbles of thunder, it's very relaxing. But my goodness, it has been a wet second half of the summer. So, all right. And if you see, I do have poison ivy on my arm. So if you see like pink stuff, it's just the calamine lotion. So I apologize. Okay. So this reading is going to be for, what is today? I believe today is the 16th. It'll be for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the coming week. So, I do not have my watch on at the moment. I apologize. Woefully unprepared. I hope you've had a great week. I hope that things have gone the way you would like them to. Yeah. It's just one of those Sundays, you know? We had a tornado warning earlier. Thankfully that did not materialize, but okay. What do we need to know for the week ahead? Our message for the coming week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What do we need to know for the week ahead? Okay, so for Monday, we have the Chariot. So the Chariot is a major arcana. I will be pulling the book out here. The Chariot is dynamic forward motion. This is using, you're able to control the cart, control the movement through sheer willpower. You'll notice in a lot of the paintings and pictures on the cards, there's no reins, right? In some decks it's horses, and some, I think some has like the Sphinx. This one here, we've got the two birds. There's no reins on them. They are being controlled through the sheer will of the charioteer. And this is, it's a victory card. It's movement forward. It's willpower. It's that self-assertion, that ambition. It's very much an Aries card. Tapping into your personal power, seeing your magic, manifest, move forward. You're overcoming any obstacles. You're triumphing despite difficult circumstances. So that's how we're starting out the week. I appreciate that card. I actually start observing for my new job. All right, so tomorrow I start observing. So the Chariot, the protagonist of the Chariot card, is Baba Yaga, a character appearing in Slavic legends and fairy tales known as a fearsome witch. Baba Yaga is depicted as an old woman with a terrifying and unusual appearance. She is often described as a hunched figure wearing rags with missing teeth and a distinctive hat. Her recognizable feature is also her extraordinary houses, which are mounted on chicken legs and can rotate. In Slavic legends, Baba Yaga is portrayed as an independent and powerful figure. She is sometimes depicted as the ruler of the forest or a witch associated with nature and magical powers. She often has the ability to predict the future and use magical objects. Baba Yaga often plays the role of tester or adversary in stories. Meeting her is often a trial that the hero must undergo to achieve their goal. At the same time, in some tales, she may provide the hero with helpful advice or a gift if it's needed. Her character and behavior are usually unpredictable, sometimes cruel and dangerous, and other times helpful and mysterious. She is often associated with danger and evil, but her character also symbolizes wisdom, magical knowledge, and the tests that must be overcome on the path to achieving goals. Baba Yaga is one of the most well-known figures in Slavic mythology and folklore. Her stories and images have survived for centuries, inspiring numerous fairy tales, stories, and artwork. There are many variations of her stories and many different aspects associated with her character. However, her role as a dark witch and mysterious figure in Slavic legends is widely known. So, we're starting Monday off with that movement forward. Dynamic movement forward by sheer force of will, and it is successful. That's what I like to hear. All right, for Tuesday. Okay, so for Tuesday we have the Hanged Man. We couldn't have had two more opposite cards here in this setup. So the Hanged Man is very much the opposite of the Chariot, in my opinion. Whereas the Chariot is dynamic, movement forward, very active, aggressive almost. The Hanged Man is letting things go, getting a new perspective, but you're hanging there, you're stuck, right? So this is relax and let the changes come to you. It's a new outlook. It's a new perspective. It's surrender. It's an active surrender. So as opposed to this charge ahead, boom, think of the chariot races and how fast they'd be moving, and the fact that you're controlling it by sheer will. You're moving forward, but then by Tuesday, it's like, all right, I've set things in motion. Gotta let it do. Gotta let go. Just go with whatever comes next. It's active non-striving, really. It's what it is. It's just let the changes come, accept them as they come, get a new perspective. So this is another major arcana. And there's the thunder. All right, so the Hanged Man card depicts Veles, which I may be mispronouncing, but it's Veles, also known as Weles, W-E-L-E-S, or Volos, V-O-L-O-S. One of the main Slavic deities, the god of the earth and water, cattle, and the underworld, also associated with harvest and falsehood. He is considered a deity with multiple aspects and functions. Veles is usually associated with the underworld, but is also connected to nature, cattle, and wisdom. Veles was often depicted as a giant or a dragon, and he does look rather large in that image there. Sometimes as a human with animal features, such as horns and a tail. He was regarded as the ruler of the underworld, responsible for the realm of the dead and all aspects of underground life. However, Veles was not only a dark figure. In many beliefs, he was also considered a deity of fertility, protector of animals, guardian of shepherds, and patron of craftsmanship. Veles was perceived as the lord of cattle, and his presence was believed to ensure good harvests and successful livestock breeding. Veles also played a role in mythological narratives, particularly in relation to the god Perun. Veles often appeared as a rival or adversary to Perun, and their conflict symbolized the struggle between the forces of the heavens and the underworld. In Slavic mythology, Veles was also associated with wisdom and esoteric knowledge. He was considered a spiritual guide and a guardian of magic, as well as a protector of secrets and hidden knowledge. It's worth noting that there may be variations and differences in the stories about Veles across the different regions. This is also about initiation or the search for deeper knowledge and understanding. So, okay, Wednesday. Justice. We have 3 major arcana in a row here. This is something. All right, so justice is what it sounds like. It is justice. It is fairness. It is balance. Responsibility. It's, the cause and effect in life. It's making a decision, weighing the options, right? It's equilibrium. You can see the scales are balanced there. The consequences of your actions are at hand. Now, this could be for you, these readings could be personal for you, or it could be the larger scheme of things, the bigger picture. So the whole point of this is just for you to have that knowledge moving forward. It doesn't necessarily mean that on Wednesday you're going to find yourself in court, right? But you may find some balance, or there may be something that happens in the bigger picture, in the realm of the country instead of your personal life, that there is some justice served, right? But it usually means a fair outcome, that whole balance, integrity, keeping things fair and equal. All right, so this is another major arcana. I'm going to lose my voice having to read these things, huh? We went 2 weeks, I think, without a major arcana, and now here we are. Okay. There it is. The Justice card features Studenica, one of the 3 daughters of the god Sud. Studenica is a character from Slavic mythology who was regarded as the goddess of fate and justice. Her name derives from the word sad, which refers to her role as a judge who decided the fate of people. It was believed that Studenica resided in an underground palace where she, along with other goddesses of fate such as Ziwana and Karmazina, prepared strict and relentless judgments for people. Her character was often depicted as an elderly woman in a long robe with a crown on her head, sometimes accompanied by a sword and scales. According to folk beliefs, Studenica had an influence on people's destinies, determining their experiences and the rewards or punishments they would encounter. People would often pray to Studenica seeking luck, protection, or mercy in difficult situations. Studenica was also associated with rites of passage, such as births, weddings, or funerals, where her presence was evident in rituals and prayers. In some beliefs, she is perceived as not a benevolent goddess who rewards the people for doing good deeds, while in others, she is portrayed as a stern and uncompromising judge who punishes wrongdoing. So, that is justice for Wednesday. Thursday, we have the Knight of Cups. All right, so the Knight of Cups, Cups is emotions, and this is one of the only knights that he's just chilling. He's just hanging out there by the riverbank, right? He's got a cup in his hand. His sword is not drawn. His bow is on his back, slung across his back. He is not charging into battle. So this is not an outward mission, right? This is not an outward thing he's got to do. This is introspective. This is someone who is very in touch with their emotional side, potentially their psychic connections, but it could tie into it's going to tie into some kind of action being taken in the realm of water. So it could be romance. It could be imagination. It's going to tie into feelings, emotions. It could be a proposition being made. Or maybe you meet someone who is very in touch with their emotional side or their psychic side. But this is some kind of internal movement, internal connection, and processing of things on Thursday. All right, so Friday we have the Ace of Coins. So let me make sure that's still in the screen there. Yeah, okay. So the Ace of Coins, coins is earth, and this is like the most potent form of earth energy. The ace is like the most raw form of earth energy. So earth is tied into the material world. This is going to be your health. This is going to be your home. This is going to be your possessions. Anything tied into that. Earthly energy is very grounding. So as the kids say, go out and touch grass kind of thing. Aces are beneficial cards. So this is some kind of benefit in the realm of earth. It is prosperity, wealth, health, abundance. It could mean that an opportunity is coming up to gain health, prosperity, abundance in some way. But this is a very beneficial card telling us that on Friday, something having to do with our health or our possessions or our money, our finances, it's good news. Good news coming on Friday in that realm. Okay, and then Saturday, we have the Sun. That's a happy card. I like happy cards. So the Sun is the most, I'm not one to say positive and negative, because I was always taught and reminded that negative charge and negative ions are not bad things. So to go through life saying that something is negative as meaning bad, that's counterintuitive in some ways. So I tend to say beneficial or challenging, or that kind of thing, instead of good and bad. But the Sun is a very beneficial card in this deck, one of the most beneficial. So the Sun illuminates things. There is enlightenment. There is vitality. I mean, you feel alive when you're out in the sun. But sun can be too much. You can get burned. But this card indicates some kind of achievement. It could be your personal power, happy events, friendship, fame, success. It's joy. I mean, this is just something is bringing joy. Life is amazing. It should bring you joy. So the Sun card There it is. The inspiration for the sun card is Dazbog, the god of the sun, the conqueror of darkness, the guarantor of justice and prosperity. During his daily journey across the sky, he transforms from a young boy into an adult man and then into an old man. Dazbog is one of the prominent Slavic gods who symbolizes the power and light of the sun. His name means god of the day or god of the sun. It was believed that Dazbog travels through the sky in his sun and warms and brings light and warmth to the earth. His presence influenced agricultural harvests, plant growth, and overall prosperity. In Slavic mythology, Dazbog was perceived as a warrior who fought against evil and brought victory over darkness. He was also regarded as the god of justice and order. His power was particularly strong during the summer months when the sun was brightest and the long days bestowed abundance. In iconography, Dazbog is often depicted as a young man with a radiant face holding a shield with the sun or a radiant disk, symbolizing the sun. He was worshipped by Slavic communities who offered him sacrifices, especially during summer rituals and festivals, seeking prosperity, bountiful harvests, and protection from evil. His cult had significant social and religious importance, symbolizing the strength and significance of the sun in daily life and Slavic belief. All right, so then Sunday, we have the 10 of coins. All right, so again, coins is, that's the realm of earth. That's the realm of the physical, health, wealth, abundance, finances, the grounding energy, those kind of things. And 10 is the completion. Generally, the 10 of coins means happy life, happy families, everything falling into place, everything going right. I always see it as the happy family. That's my keyword in my head. It's financial success, thankfulness. Ow, my toe. Sorry, my sock was stuck on my toe. A stable life. You've got your home, your shelter, your family, your loved ones, lots of coins. So you have what you need. It's having what you need and taking joy in it. Being thankful for it. It's just that happy life with everything that you need. So that's what we have for Sunday. All right, well, I had to do a lot of reading today, so this was a longer video. I hope you have a great week. These look like pretty good cards for the week. I'll take it. And I will see you next Sunday. Blessed be.